This is my old truck. It's a second gen Ram, and we got a love-hate relationship. As in, I love it, but it hates me. It's like that bad relationship that you just can't leave. There's just too much history. I bought this truck, I believe back in 2015 or 2016, can't really remember. Anyways, I bought it, done a pile of work to it, spent a pile of money on it, and I daily drove this truck for a long time. So one day, this U-joint decided to snap in half. When it snapped in half, it decided to put a big split right on through the transfer case. Now back then, I tried to JB weld that crack, and as you can see, all this oil on the transfer case, it did not work. So some idiot kept driving this truck. He done a bunch of burnouts, he done some drifts, and the transfer case ran out of oil. Who would have guessed that? Anyways, the bearings and transfer case are completely destroyed, and this truck has been sitting since 2018. So, I got a couple of different transfer cases. I got these two transfer cases, and the transfer case that's out in that truck, and I'm hoping that between the three of those transfer cases, I'll get a good one out of it. So let's go get that old Ram in the shop, see what she needs, and get to work. This is actually a battery that came out of an old backhoe that I used to own. The battery is completely dead, so we're definitely going to need one of those. Last time I actually started this truck, the alternator was seized solid. I managed to get it free by working it back and forth with a wrench. Hopefully it hasn't seized again, but I'm probably going to have to get an alternator for it as well. I just love that for me. It started and then it shut off for some reason. Let's try her again. So the alternator is actually, well, maybe the alternator is not working. I don't know. It was spinning though. Sorry about the grass, wifey. See what I mean? Love, hate. I'm sure the 7-year-old gas is not helping. Or the dead battery. Hemi? Never heard of her. This is the Magnum. As you can see, there's not much room here. This truck may have to come a bit more forward for me to get it on the ramp. So I think for the time being, I'm just going to push this overall back outside. The weather is pretty nice right now, so it shouldn't matter too much. Note to self, flimsy ladder and wind, not a good tripod. I just love smashing a $500 microphone. I just love that for me. Anyways, at least it still works. Let's just try to roll this out without breaking anything else. I should really start working out again, because you never know when you're going to have to push around a rusty old truck. This is the push, pull and drag event. Hi! No matter how big you build your garage or your shop or whatever, it's never going to be big enough. Trust me, I could easily have one 10 times the size and I'd have no trouble filling it up. Much better, lots more room for activities. So here she is. This is a 2001 Dodge Ram. She got the 5.9 Magnum gas engine. It's got so much power, seriously, like you can't even handle this thing. It has so much power. I bought this truck back in 2015 or 16. I paid 1,900 bucks for it, which I thought was a really good deal. I still do think that was a really good deal. Still looked great when I got it. It had these big old like super swamper tires on it. They were completely bald, so I replaced them with these cheap Chinese tires. They're much better. This thing has a 5-inch suspension lift, I believe. It got a 3-inch body lift. I think these are like 35-inch tires. Could definitely put some bigger tires on her, no trouble. Headlights are faded, all the paint's faded. Interior is actually in really good shape. My wife actually stitched up this seat. It's got power windows and locks. You know, obviously you got these big ass Dodge mirrors. You can't have a Dodge without having these mirrors, okay? It's a requirement. So let's get her up on the ramp, see what else this thing needs besides that transfer case. I think it needs a pile of work, definitely needs some brake work. Anyways, let's have a look. So I got the legs all set up on the ramp. I'm gonna go ahead and raise her up a little bit. I'll give the truck a good shake just to make sure this is not gonna fall down, because I would not love that for me. Let's give her a good shake. Come over this side. Just give her a good shake. So I'm going to go around now, I'm going to shake all these wheels, check the bearings and the suspension, the ball joints and whatnot. This caliper is C solid. It's great. I cannot turn that wheel. We get a lot of play here on this wheel from something. I'm going to shake this wheel, you guys have a look. It's up and down movement. I'm just going to spin this back wheel. You guys have a listen. You hear that? And the wheel just locks up halfway through. I'm hoping that's the brakes and not the rear end. I'm pretty sure it's the brakes. I'm going to go ahead, take all the wheels off her, put her the rest of the way up, continue on with our inspection. It's funny, these tires don't look big on the truck, but they're literally like half my size. Let's go up. This truck is actually in very good shape considering how long it's sat and the age of it. Very minimal rust. It does need some suspension work. The ball joint has play. It needs front pads and rotors, couple calipers. The sway bar links, toasted. The bushings, toasted. Transfer case, shot. A few other odds and ends. But I'm just going to do this truck in phases. Phase 1, get this thing running, get it driving. I'll use it for a bit. Phase 2, going to be some apparent stuff. New headlights. I'd like to get bigger wheels and tires, to be honest with you. I'll put these tires on the green Commons. Yeah, let's get at her. Just a better look at this transfer case. You can see it's soaking wet, sagged. The old good old JB weld, and didn't do the trick on this one. It does not look too hard to replace, so that is great. The back of her looks in pretty good shape. Look at this. Look at the floor on this truck, the rockers. In this area, this thing is in excellent shape. Again over here, the floor, the rockers, mint. I'm just going to pop off this rear drum, see what's binding up here. Looks like the drum shoes have left the chat. We got some springs and some of that. The shoes are all tore up. This is all let go. I got hardware all over the floor. I just love that for me. Looks like the handbrake gear has completely disintegrated and left the chat. You don't need an emergency brake, do you? It's just for whiners. Look at this wheel cylinder. Seriously. Look over here. I guess whatever it was that was bouncing around, it hit this little rubber seal. Look, it actually like cracked this. So I guess I'm going to need one of those. Let's move over and check this one next. This side is in much better shape. Everything is still seized up, but I'm still probably going to replace it. It's not so bad as the other side. Well, this truck needs a lot more work than I actually thought. I figured I'd just throw the transfer case up in her and we'll be on our way. But I got a fine list of parts I got to pick up. I got my transfer cases. I just got to kind of put them together, make one at a tree, get them in this truck. I need a battery. I need front pads, rotors, and calipers. I need a right front upper ball joint, rear brake shoes, wheel cylinders, and a hardware kit. 2 front sway bar links, 2 front sway bar bushings. I'm going to change oil and filter. Fluid changes in the front and rear diff, just because probably haven't been done in a long time. Transmission fluid change. I just love all that for me. I'm going to show you a little trick. This is DIY line lock. First thing, get a pair of vice grips. Place them in a not so obvious spot. Nip them too. Now we only got front brakes. Really only done that because all this is gone. I don't want the pistons to pop out of here. I got to paw this at the shop because I'm probably going to be a couple weeks waiting on parts. So I'm going to put the drums back on, put the wheels back on. We'll haul this back out. These things are so heavy. I would just leave this on the ramp, but I got other stuff to work on. So when I get some parts, I'll bring her back in. There's something that we got to do though before we put her back for a couple weeks. Seeing as we got that rear brake line pinched off, I feel like it would be a waste not to do a burnout.